Well, it's official. Either you're really bored or by some miracle you have stumbled upon my YouTube channel called Not Your Professional Walkthroughs. Welcome to our first milestone, the 10th episode in the Graveyard Keeper series. Wow, I still cannot believe I managed to edit 10 episodes. I wonder if my laptop was damaged in the process or if it's being held up by some freaking miracle. Anyhow, what I will try to do on the 10th episode, since it's such a milestone, it will be a bit longer. Now, you might not like it. I definitely do not like it, as it took forever, my freaking laptop, to edit this thing and render the video, because who would do this with 8 gigs of RAM? However, as I did have opportunity to work with my 8-year-old system with the amazing Intel 7 4770K, I was unfortunately unable to run my freaking microphone on the Windows 7. And yes, I did not use the free Windows 10 update. What will happen on today's episode? I will almost get killed by the freaking bees because despite the fact that I told you on multiple occasions to not collect the freaking honey, I will go ahead and do that because I'm a hypocrite. Do not worry, however, as this episode will contain lots of crafting, gathering, and boring stuff. I have by some miracle found the transition and effects in my video editing software, so I will try to use it as much as possible so we can skip the time with some miracle. And hopefully this will improve the overall quality of this mess I'm trying to upload to YouTube. I should really start making notes about what happens in the video so that when I narrate the stuff, I don't look like a complete jackass. By the way, I'm still thinking that when the 10th episode will finally get uploaded, I might start working on another game, just so that the channel has more things you can possibly watch. Therefore, if I would upload 2 or 3 episodes a week ideally, you should expect to see more games. Now, I've been thinking about doing possibly Darkest Dungeon, Stardew Valley, or something else. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But since I do not have a super advanced system so that I can record, for example, The Witcher 3, which I would love to put onto the channel, I'm gonna have to pass on the more advanced games for now. However, as the indie games provide us with really great opportunities to experience some stories, I'm pretty sure I will be able to find something pretty decent for you guys to watch. Plus, since I totally suck in most of the games, this will be quite an amusing thing to see, and hopefully in your comments you will leave some tips for me on how to improve. Yes, this game I have a bit of advantage as I did do the beta test. However, despite that, the game has gone under some major updates. So the things which I have experienced during the beta are no longer applicable here. Therefore, most of the tips which I give you now are from the later game as well.
2,000 years later.
Anyhow, as we have a lot of work to do, let us progress further in the game, craft some more items, and see what can be done. As I promised, we got quite a lot to cover, so if I will be skipping through anything, do not worry. It will be mostly what you're looking at right now, as the inventory management is unfortunately not the best in the game. However, due to the fact that you can store lots of items, especially in your crafting areas, and have access to everything through the storage units, for example, compared to Stardew Valley, you don't need to have it on your person. This way, yes, you are working constantly with a limited backpack, but as you have seen here, the crafting possibilities are limitless. When I will, especially later on in the game, put down more trunks, this will show up. Okay, I finally managed to get some more crafting done. And we will repair the graveyard even more. Later on in the game, the bad corpses will be taken out, and I will try to put in as many good quality bodies as possible. Now, in order to do that, we will need to keep supplying Donkey with carrots. So if I will be growing something, usually carrots will be involved. Here, I will start gathering items to put the church's cellar into good use. The cellar is an important place, as this is where 90% of all our blue points are generated from. Therefore, getting this started will drastically help us, especially if we will start researching the human body parts.
A few inches later.
Now, if I would hover over certain items in the trunk, you see that it shows that researching this will give us red points, for example. Later on, when we will have better quality in church and possibly a better prayer, I will be able to research more items such as these, as gathering red points, for example, later on in the game will be much more difficult, and I do not want to just keep mining for resources, as studying is the key to success in this game. What are the odds, huh?
Day 2.
Whoa, that got blurry. I should really stop eating these mushrooms that grow here. Actually, the weird thing is, none of them grow on the freaking graveyard. We are already making compost, however, I still do not understand why we cannot turn the whole graveyard into a huge compost pile. We are using the bodies for meat, so I don't know what's the difference. Few more worms? Well, I guess I will go get ready to do a sermon, huh? Let's think if I can come up with a decent prayer this time. Maybe people will be able to relate, and it will be a success. God, grant me the serenity to accept the stupid people as they are, the courage to maintain self-control, and the wisdom to know that if I act on it, I will end up in jail. Okay, so not the most entertaining day, but at least we fulfilled the sermon. Now throughout the game, and no, I am not sure if there is a hidden achievement for not missing a single sermon. I should look into this, huh? This part of the cemetery is locked. We will need to talk with the Inquisitor about unlocking the left side of the graveyard. In the later game, of course, this will be important as the available spots on the right are starting to fill up. And yes, I do realize there are some dead bodies. However, those are already occupied spots, so we cannot generate more room. This is why burning certain bodies will be also useful, as we can put the ashes into urns and fit like 12 bodies into one columbarium. Later on there should be also a marbled one, so this will definitely look nice on the graveyard. Who knows, maybe we will be able to create in this series a really nice looking one. Because whenever you go to one in real life, it's not really that inviting. Okay, will I produce something this episode? Let us watch. Okay, well I did manage to make a better sword, so whoopee. Man, there's just so much stuff to be done around here. I keep running around like a complete idiot thinking to myself, what will I do next to make this more entertaining? I don't know. It's really hard to put some action-packed scene into this game. You know, something like this. Anyhow, as this episode will be quite long, I will try to squeeze in one more NPC. That will be the witch in the swamp. But first, we will reach the peak behind our house in the marsh, which has been generated by someone cutting off a river. But as this will all involve lots of walking, once again, I will try to speed up this footage. Let's see what will happen. Okay, nobody eat the red ones. I think I accidentally mixed in one. This was really freaky. Oh no, I think it's happening again.
It's cool, just cool, into the mountain. Nice.
Here we collect the hiccup grass for the merchant's quest.
Remind everyone of what's going on.
12 seconds later.
Okay, we have finally reached the house in the middle of the swamp. This is where Clotho lives. If I'm mispronouncing her name, please don't curse me. I think I've already cursed the people watching this video enough. After we speak with Clotho, we find out that she has lost her memory. So, as another perfect NPC, she will give us more quests to do. This one, however, can be profitable for us, as we will need to acquire a cauldron from the blacksmith. Cauldron is a tier 2 item from him. Therefore, we can sell him a bunch of iron ingots, even coal, nails, and iron parts, or even rusty tools if we would create any, but I will not waste material on those. And with that bell, our conversation is over, and I will head back to our house. Now, in order to skip this whole running through the damn swamp, the bridge which you could have seen can be built, and by doing so, we will save a bunch of time. Lucky enough for us, the footsteps in the ground will show us the way which we came. So when you finally manage to find the path through the swamp, you will be able to navigate your way back. So you don't need to worry you will get lost again. This is the only advantage I have found for the footsteps in this game so far. Otherwise, your front yard where you have all your crafting benches looks like you keep dragging bodies through there or something. That's funny because we're working on a graveyard, right? Right? Anyhow, after I finally managed to return, we will continue the episode with another day of working, crafting, etc, etc. I hope you guys are still watching, because I sure am, and I still cannot believe how many things I have put into this freaking video. I feel like this is sort of a punishment for you guys. Oh well, hopefully you have clicked subscribe. Yes. Another day, another terrible commentary ahead of us. Please enjoy. Yes. Research. The thing which we need, but cannot afford. Kind of like the parts for my new PC system I'm trying to put together. Okay, so we're gonna start the other day by unlocking some more tech. As you can see, everything is gray as we do not have the blue points. Therefore, I should really start prepping the church's cellar. Some of these perks are extremely useful, and you will notice throughout your gameplay the difference. However, some of these you will never actually notice you are utilizing. Therefore, when you are doing your own playthrough, hopefully, if you enjoy the game based on my terrible videos, I would suggest researching and reading through the perks themselves, as this will definitely improve the overall quality of the game. A game which makes you study more. Tell me the last time you were this motivated by school or work. Now my playstyle is going to be a little different, as I will try to get as much preparation ahead as possible, so that when we are interacting with any NPC or doing any quests, we won't be blocked immediately on the start. See? Here we are using the fate points we have earned. Right now we are only earning up to 3 to 5 fate points. So we just used our whole sermon's points to speak with Snake. He has given us a blueprint for the gate which is blocking his entrance. Now, this needs to be researched in the church's cellar. However, I am not sure if we have any spare points left, as we just paid 5 points to just speak with him. And yes, the church inside looks so far terrible. There are no decorations, no nothing. So we will definitely need to look into this. Okay, you see, we don't have science points. Science points are generated when you break down blank pages, stories, or chapters. The basically gray paper with the brown star, which you could have observed in the trunk, is a story. Stories are written down, and once they're written down, we can work further with them. This also generates blue points. However, what will most likely have to happen is we might need to get some papers. In the start of the game, this can be done as the skin from the corpse or the bat wings can be turned into, by some miracle, pigskin, and that can be crafted then into clean paper. So bats are accessible and available, as I do not recommend skinning the corpses, as this increases the sense of the corpse and therefore you cannot bury it, and well, then there's only other option left: crematorium. As I said previously, we will not be throwing any more bodies into the river. The Italian mob behind our church has that covered for us.
Hey, shut up with the noise!
Hey, shut up with the shut up! You shut up with the shut up!
Shut up your face! Now am I a dog? I wanna shut up!
Why you know I shut up?
I make you shut up! You shut up!
Man, I swear I promised you some NPC interaction, huh? Is this the first one we had since the start of the episode? Wow. I should really start watching these footages before I promise something. But I think I did. Anyhow, here you see that we have lots of space to work with in the cellar. However, the dimensions of the benches, craftable desks, etc. only allow us to work with a limited space. So it might look like you're gonna be able to put in as many things as you would like. However, you will soon find out that this will not be the truth. Therefore, we will need to make sure the placement of the workbenches is on the dot, as there's no room to spare, and breaking down the benches will not always give you all the resources which you have put into them. I think the only exception is if you place it down and immediately remove it. However, you still will get not everything back. So I ran up to get some sand. If you've noticed, the destroyed books can be used with the sand to obtain clean paper. And here I go again with this damn honey. What is wrong with me? Okay, well, at least we got the beeswax. The beeswax is important as it's a main ingredient in the candles. Candles are used to improve the sermon quality. The more points you have in the quality of the church, the more successful your sermon is and the more fate points you receive. So I will definitely try to work on the quality of the church in the next few episodes. Hopefully you guys will tune in for that as well. And make sure to click the notify button, as whenever I will upload an episode you will be able to see it. So here we're gonna get our clean paper. We're gonna most likely break this down, and we're gonna get our science points so we can unlock the gate, and so we can progress further in the story with Snake. And I should definitely work on clearing out all this blockage. Some of these items, unfortunately, will remain as unsellable junk, so I will need to probably put it somewhere special so that it's not later on taking a much valuable storage space. Okay, 2 beeswax. That ain't so bad for losing 30 health. Jesus, really need that beekeeper's perk. Well, we're gonna need lots of materials to get this place ready for mass production. But all that will happen in the future episodes. I definitely hope you will join me next time on Not the Professional Walkthroughs. I definitely hope you will join me next time on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel as we progress further in the Graveyard Keeper series. I'm having lots of fun recording and editing this footage, and I do hope you guys enjoy it as well. Please make sure to subscribe and leave your comments on the overall quality of the video, the footage, etc, etc. I will definitely look for any constructive feedback. If you're gonna leave any feedback, I will appreciate it as well. But in the meantime, I have to go cooking in real life and see if my computer will melt from editing and rendering this video. So hopefully, I will see you next time. Till then, bye bye.